You may be asking yourself, what does a crane have to do with ham radio? Well, if your jack KB3WUM, it is the ultimate ham shack. Jack spends his days high above the streets of Washington, D.C., delivering building materials to construction workers on job sites all over the area. In between picks and while waiting for material, Jack often finds time to get on the air. You'll often find him on 2 meters, 440, or 220 megahertz.
KB3WFC, KB3WUM. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, Jack, I was just kind of curious where you're at and what you're up to. How you making it on the ham radio there, God?
Well, currently I'm at work. And I'm up here at 202 and 214 at Largo, Maryland. And I'm running what I like to call the big crane. It's a crawler crane, 200-ton capacity. It has 300 foot of boom in it. And anyway, I'm sitting here with the HT in the cockpit with me, talking to my car through crossband repeat. The car is doing all the heavy lifting here.
Recently, we had the chance to catch up with Jack one day after work and get a tour of this awesome machine.
4 feet wide. I don't know how many plates are on here, but each one of these plates is about 250 pounds.
Just one of these
Just
plates
one section.
is 250 pounds.
Roundabout, yes sir. And they're all connected by these big pins. And they go round and round. They allow the machine to move.
And what is it, 4 foot?
I'm guessing right around 4 foot. My armpits are right around 4 foot, and that's pretty close.
And you said they're 20...
About 24,000 pounds each, as far as the whole unit, the
right.
track, the left track, the right track.
They're
28 foot long.
Good grief.
It serves as a good working platform, and also it gives you a little extra counterweight.
Yeah, well, I guess you need the weight down here, because if Lisa will turn around, well, she's going to have to come back here. Come back here.
Maybe way back here.
Way back here.
We'll see what we're trying to leverage. The
Come
big
on back.
boom.
So you come all the way back and look up, and that's what you need all that weight for, right? Right? Isn't that right? The end of that boom is how high is it?
Well, I don't know if she can see the end from here because she's right behind, directly behind the boom. Can you see it all? No. Yeah, the yellow portion that you see in the video there is up to 130 foot.
Good grief.
And then it transitions and it has an extension of 170 feet of
Past
roughing
that.
jib, which is the green and white sections.
So if she comes off here to the side a little bit, she'll see it.
Yeah. Down to the tip of the boom there. So altogether it's 300 foot.
Good grief.
And that ball bends in the middle. It's like a great big elbow arm assembly.
So it comes in on how many trucks?
14, I believe.
14 different trucks. So one track on one truck, another track on another truck. And then you said this is, what do you call this?
This is the base plate. The gray counterweight here is the base plate.
And this is what everything else sits on.
Yes, sir. That's where all the counterweights that are above the swing sit. There's also 4 counterweights that are below the swing. If you look down underneath here.
They're under here?
Yeah, you can see 2 of those, and there's 2 on each side.
And how much do they weigh?
Each one of those is 11,000 pounds, so 44,000 altogether.
So how much weight do you have on here now?
177,000 pounds of counterweight, and that doesn't include the tracks, the boom. That's just counterweights.
177,000 pounds of counterweight, and they're just steel chunks of steel.
Just ingots. That's it.
Just big ingots of steel.
There's the access on each corner. You got these little stairs
On both sides?
so no matter which way you're spun around, you can always have a way to get in and out.
I guess that's so long as you're
Higher.
spun around the right way. I mean, if you're 90 degrees to the track, your last step's going to be a big one, huh?
Right?
You got to know where your tracks are at, right? And then there's another platform up
There you go.
to the cab.
This is where all the magic happens.
All right.
That's a swing lever, and it also has a throttle control. If you spin that, there you go.
So this swings the
It swings the whole superstructure,
The whole
the
thing.
boom, and everything, left or right.
right.
There's a swing lock on the very top of that you can't see, and a horn button. So it's a combination.
It sounds like a little Asian car.
It's run by Mitsubishi. It's got a Mitsubishi diesel engine in it.
That's just not right.
Right?
How much does this thing weigh altogether?
I don't know exactly, but I'm thinking it's well over 250,000 pounds.
250,000 pounds. And it sounds like there's just something wrong with that.
Well, if it weighs 250,000 pounds, then I don't think you need a big horn. You're going to see it or feel it coming.
So you got more levers in here than you know what to do with.
There's one extra one that's swung out of the way. If you can look in the window there.
Back here?
It's out in front of the. It's
Oh,
out
up
in
in
front
here.
of you, but this one here is an auxiliary.
It's an auxiliary.
Yeah, we're not using that option right now. But the rest of your controls, or you got your hoist or your swing,
Right.
and then move over is the luff.
Right.
That lifts the luffing jib up and down, the big green and white jib thing up there.
Right. So you got this whole boom that goes up and down like this, right?
Right.
And then there's an end that does this.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the boom folds over, and that gives you more reach.
It gives you more reach and better leverage.
How much can it pick up?
Well, its biggest capacity is about 8,000 pounds at 235 feet.
So 235 feet out in front of the crane, it can pick up how many pounds? 8,000?
About 8,000.
About 8,000. So it could pick my truck up
Absolutely. Pick your truck up.
and turn around and put it down 230 feet the opposite way.
Exactly. So I can move your truck 500 feet, more or less.
Maybe the county needs this for illegally parked cars.
That would work. You put it in the middle of the shopping center, and yeah. The lever you're holding there now is the main hoist. That's the hoist makes the load go up and down. And see how it knuckles
So it
in?
sticks in, right?
Yeah,
It stays put.
yeah.
So you can't necessarily not. It could be a bad thing if you.
It could be. When the thing is on and running, there's a clacking sound. When the hoist is activated, you'll hear the clicking sound. And that's an indicator that the load is moving.
Very
So
cool.
if you hear something clicking and you don't want anything to move,
So
check your levers.
So is this the gas pedal and the brake?
Exactly. There's 3 pedals down on the floor. The accelerator or the fuel delivery pedal
Right.
is one, and then the 2 in the middle are brake hoists. One for the front hoist and one for the rear hoist. We don't use those in this particular job site, but some applications where you use a free fall, like a wrecking ball or
Okay.
other types of devices that you just want to drop,
Right.
you use the free fall option and you use those as brakes to stop.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Got your front and rear.
So if I hit that, it speeds up.
Yeah. Rev it up. Boom, boom. Or if you twist that hand throttle, it'll do the same thing. Over there is your engine monitoring gauges, your fuel gauge, your temperature gauge.
Over here?
Yeah, right down here in the corner. You can see all those fun things there. And it's got different options where you can scroll through and check voltage and oil pressure and such. And that's the crane display. And that shows the crane configuration. It shows your boom angles, your jib, your left jib angle, your capacities, and your radius. It gives you a lot of information. The ratio of how much weight versus how much you have on. Its capacity, so it kind of helps the operator out, operational aid. So I can, when I know that my truck that I'm unloading is 156 feet away, I can always put my boom back to 156 feet and hit the truck.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to rely on my depth perception on every pick. Over on your, over here to the left is another control panel.
Oh, this down here?
With a bunch of switches, and it does climate control, it does your wipers and lights. The knobs down there by the green disc are dogs. They will stop the hoist from going down. Or any of the machines. They're called dogs, and it's just basically a clutch, sprag clutch, which won't allow the hoist to go in one direction.
So you can lock them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sit here.
And that's your view.
And you look all the way up this jib, up this boom, and out the luffer. And you're picking loads at what out there can you pick up? Pick something out
See your
there.
pickup truck or your Tahoe out there, your black Tahoe?
Black truck?
Yeah, that's about 180 feet away, and I can pick it up.
Pick that truck up 180 feet away with this
I don't
crane.
think I can pick up that Genie forklift.
Too heavy?
That's probably about 30,000 pounds.
So the forklift is too heavy, but the truck is okay.
That's right. But I could probably reach out there to that office trailer that says Allied.
Right.
That's probably about my max capacitor or my max radius.
Very cool.
Hey, if you happen to be in the Washington, D.C. area, check around on VHF UHF. Chances are you'll find Jack on the air, and he'll be glad to say hi.
A little bit more Jack. Boom down about 5 foot, boom down by 5 foot.
All right, Jack, well, I'll let you get back to the end of your day there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for playing along here at KB3WFV.
A little bit more, Jack, boom down a little bit more.
Don't worry if he doesn't come right back to you. Sometimes he's just a little busy.
Cable down right there, Jack. Keep cable down about 25 foot. Keep cable down 20 foot. Keep cable down 10 foot. Hold that. Very good, Brian. I hope you have a great day and enjoy the rest of it. And hopefully we'll be able to pick it up later on down the log. Tell the family outfit hello. KB3WUM, step 3. Keep cable down 4 foot. Keep cable down 4 foot. Keep cable down 2 foot. Keep cable down 1 foot. We got it, Jack. Cable down. Keep cable down. Hold the cable.